Hey guys, thanks for clicking on the video. Today is day 6 of November and it's the month of November. As you can see, growing this moustache out. Thank you for following along on this journey. Today is a bit of a different one because unfortunately I haven't got a model in for today. Someone cancelled and haven't been able to get someone in. So what you're about to watch now is me doing a live stream. Got the camera set up underneath here, which we're going to do a live on TikTok, try and raise some donations on there, and are going to do a little Q&A, answer some questions on the charity and answer some questions on hair in general. So it'd be massively appreciated if you stick around and watch this and let the ads roll, because the ad revenue is also going to be counting towards the donations to the charity. Movember, it's all about trying to stop guys from dying too young. 3 ways that they're trying to do that is via prostate cancer, helping with that, it's testicular cancer, and it's mental health and suicide prevention. So the ads from these videos, they're going to be getting donated to that charity. Obviously, we have the fundraiser directly below here as well, which you can see there. Any donations, small or large, would make a massive difference. So if you are in that position, thank you so much and would really appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the video. I do love me a monster. Right, have we got anyone joining? Let's have a little look at what we've got going. Right, so we have some people joining. Hello, hello, hello. So, Rainer boy, what's the best way to do a surfer's haircut? When I think of surfer, I think of something like California, sort of long flowing locks, and something that is blonde, but I guess it's, well, it'd be the same haircut if it was a brown hair as well. So I would use something like a sea salt spray, something that is gonna get a little bit of grittiness. I'd spray that into the hair whilst the hair was still damp. I think using a diffuser attachment on the hairdryer for that, to allow more of that wave and that texture to come out, would be a great way of doing it. The Johnny's Chop Shop sea salt spray, for the price, is actually a brilliant sea salt spray. Something if you want a little bit of an upgrade is the Davines sea salt spray. That's a really nice one. And yeah, both of them do the same job, but it's, yeah, both really nice. What's the best way to help with beard patches? So if you look into minoxidil, or if you look into seeing like the derma rollers, now they're supposed to be brilliant at helping out with the beard growth. It's not something I'm massively looked into or know crazy amounts on, but they do make a big difference. There's a guy on YouTube called Derek, and his channel's More Plates, More Dates. And he talks about the beard rollers and the derma rollers and that sort of stuff, but he actually goes on about how prefers the ones where it just goes in and out rather than the ones where it actually rolls, because if you roll it, it's almost creating like a little divot into the skin or into the hair. So he uses one where it like sort of just goes in and out like a tattoo needle sort of thing. Should I get a buzz cut? Go for it. Go for it. Riley, I'm not shaving now, unfortunately. No, I shaved last night and my skin can't quite take shaving 2 days in a row. So tonight we're doing a Q&A as opposed to doing a shave, as the guy who's supposed to be shaving, he's had to cancel. So haven't been able to get anyone in. So yeah, we're going to be answering questions tonight. I have a terrible hairline. Is laser hair removal good to straighten it? Oh, so when you're saying that, so do you mean like, have you got like a widow's peak or something? I'm getting a phone call, turn that off, sorry. Somebody is trying to FaceTime me, unfortunately. Right, so turn that off. When you say you've got a hairline, so is it something that like drops way down in through there? So yeah, actually, laser, it's not something I'd really thought about actually, but yeah, that's actually a good idea. I know the laser hair removal works better on guys that have darker hair than lighter hair, because it doesn't normally attack the whiter hair as well. So if you've got darker hair, then yeah, that could be a real good way. Actually, that's something I hadn't thought about. That's a real good option for that, because obviously on a lot of, say, Asian lads, the hair comes down really onto the forehead. So yeah, straightening that out, that could be a great way of doing it actually. How do I explain to a barber I want a haircut like Sergio Ramos with long hair? Best way you can do that is take photos of his haircut exactly how you like it, show the barber those photos and talk exactly what and talk about what on those photos you actually love and why you like it, and then that barber can hopefully ask you the right questions to be able to achieve it for your look, and they'll be able to make it look the best of you. So what I would say is, yeah, take the photos, take that, and that'll make a big difference. I want to ask, what is the coolest haircut? There isn't really, I wouldn't say there's anything that's the coolest haircut. I'd say the coolest haircut for you is one that works best for your head shape, your hair texture, your face shape. All of those things make a massive difference for that. So it's not really what's the coolest haircut. It's trying to find the haircut that's best for you. So go and find a barber that can listen to you and actually give you proper advice. Will make it the coolest haircut for you. What do you think about mullet haircuts? Some of them look great. Obviously some of them are going to look awful, but yeah, some of them look great. I had a guy in yesterday who hair I've been cutting for the last 5 years or so, and we didn't do, say, like the traditional mullet of it being like where you see now, where it's like almost like a skin fade through here and then a bit longer. We did it where it was really long in through the back area, sort of comes down to round about here. This area was enough so it kind of just pushes back, but then blends in visually into the back, and that looks great. It's not like so harsh, and it kind of, yes, it is a mullet technically, but also it's not like so severe that it looks really obvious. And he has a little bit of volume, a little bit of a quiff through that front area, and that ends up looking brilliant. So yeah, like they are, if they're done tastefully and if they're done cool and done technically well, then yeah, they can look brilliant. Some of them look awful, but yeah, it depends how and who you get it done by. Thoughts on hair systems? If they're done well, they look brilliantly. I tell you what I see about hair systems, you see a lot of people who are putting them on and doing them for the people are maybe great at actually applying them, but they don't seem to necessarily know the best way to cut the hair. I'd say if they have fitted them, say if you've got one of these professionals who do these hair systems, if they fitted them and then I cut it, I think the hair system would then probably look a lot better. I'm not criticising how they cut the hair, but I think the haircuts could end up being a lot better. Do you get someone else to cut your hair? No, actually, I cut my own hair. I've been cutting my own hair for just over 3 years, actually. So I've been gotten so used to it. But I was talking to someone about this yesterday, and I think maybe as like a little Christmas treat to myself, I might get my hair cut by someone else. So book in with a nice barber or a good barber or something like that, and just have a little bit of a chance to chill out and relax and actually experience being a client. Because normally I've just got so used to cutting my own hair that I haven't really had that experience, whereas it's something I used to love doing. I would love going and getting my hair cut, chilling out, having like a little head massage and doing all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I haven't experienced that for a long time. But also on the flip side, the reason why I did that was because I wasn't getting good haircuts. And now that I've been doing it myself, I've got used to having it done how I like it anyway. So, right, tips for self-barbering. I would say become a barber first, and then it will become a lot easier. It will take a lot of practice for that, for sure. What about coloured? Hannah, how you doing? What about coloured? I tell you what, I would love to get my hair coloured, and Hannah is in the chat here right now, and she is a hairdresser, brilliant at colouring. So I would love to book in for a colour if you're available. Yeah, let's book in for a colour, because I want to change up my hairstyle in hair colour, and I want to do something. Well, I want to go like blonde, but then also I want to do like some pastel stuff as well. So, God, this guy. I tell you what, one of the worst things I've done is let my have my number out online, because now I get so many FaceTimes and so many prank calls not prank calls, but I just get so many people calling me. So I just had another person then trying to phone me then. So it's a blooming nightmare. I need to potentially I've took my number off everywhere, but the number was still in a few different places. What country are you from? I'm from England. Well, I thought you were from Russia. Yeah, it's interesting. There's so many followers that are from Russia. I got so many people that are from Mexico, and Brazil, and it's sort of everyone seems to think I'm from those countries until they hear me speaking. But yeah, no, I'm from England. Live in London, but from there. Is it good to have cold showers for my hair? It depends, really. I mean, I always use warm water when I'm washing my hair, just so that it's way easier then to be able to get the hair clean. And my hair is on the shorter side, so I never really have to worry too much about, say, damaging it or anything like that. So I always shampoo and condition my hair. I always use good shampoo and conditioner. just so that it's using higher quality products. Yeah, makes a big difference. Best favourite, sorry, I'm just keeping getting messages here on top as well. Do you support a football team? No, I'm not a massive football fan, to be honest. I do enjoy Formula One, which the qualifying, I've got the laptop set up here at the moment, and I need to get that sorted out. So I'm going to be finishing, well, qualifying is started now actually, so I'm missing that at the moment, but I wanted to do this. So I like my Formula One, I like my golf, and I can't marry you, unfortunately. Unfortunately not. What's your favourite haircut to do, or what's the easiest? You know what? A lot of people ask me this, and I don't really have a favourite haircut. I think because I've got to a point where no matter what comes into the shop, or what type of haircut, or any type of texture or hair sort of stuff, then I know that I can do it. So I'm never really too, say, worried or feel like, oh, I like doing that one, because I find that the easiest. Any sort of haircut that comes in, I actually really enjoy doing, and it's more about, for me, it's massively about enjoying having that conversation with the person. Obviously, I want them to have a real good haircut, and I want them to enjoy that haircut, but I'm trying to more about like sort of having that full haircut and making that experience nice and good, and that's where I get my enjoyment from. Favorite F1 driver? At the moment, I do like Verstappen. Massive fan of Lando Norris. I think he's going to be a world champion. I think he's going to be, no doubt, a future world champion because of the way that he is doing stuff on YouTube, doing stuff with Quadrant, and he's going to be, well, he markets himself fantastically. So no doubt he is going to keep being a great marketer, attract more sponsors to the team. There's going to be more investment. So that team McLaren are then going to win the world championship, no doubt. How much for a cut all over? It is £60 for a haircut with myself. How do you shave someone with a really long beard? I would normally just trim it down, so trim it down to quite short and then shave it off, because when it's so long, if you're trying to use like a shaving brush onto the skin, you can't get the cream all the way down to the skin, so no doubt it would just pull, and trying to then shave off all of that hair, it would just be, everyone always asks me to why don't you grow your beard out and then shave it, because then it would make it way more satisfying. Sorry, I again keep getting FaceTimes whilst I'm on here, so and obviously I'm not going to answer the FaceTime whilst I'm doing this live stream. So, but I think the person who is trying to phone me is in the live stream, so yeah, not ideal from it. I forgot what I was saying. If you like the moustache at the end of the Movember, do you plan on leaving it? You know what I might do? For a while, actually, a couple of years ago, I actually had a bit of a moustache. I would have it sort of kind of down to a little bit of a stubble on the sides, which I'd trim down, and then I had like a bit of a fuller moustache. I think at the time, it looked a bit ridiculous. I think there's a video I did on TikTok about it, actually. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's definitely that my best look for sure. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it looks. It might maybe it might go with the glasses. Who knows? Do you travel around the world? You know what? I've got to 32 and I feel like I haven't seen anywhere near enough of the world. It's something I definitely want to go and see a lot more of. I feel like when I was younger, I used to play a lot of golf, so I'd go and play in different tournaments, go and play all around, well, sort of around Europe. I'd play a bit in America and stuff. And since then, I don't really feel like oh God, I keep getting all these messages coming up. I haven't really felt like I've been able to travel enough of the world, and I definitely want to see a lot more of it for sure. What's the razor you recommend? Well, to be honest, all the ones from Mullet, it's a German shaving brand, they are really nice. Actually, the basic one which they do, it's called the traditional, I think, or the R89. I think that's like £35, and it's lovely. It's like their sort of basic, and it's like an introduction one. Really nice razor, super easy to use, and it's a great sort of starter if you want to get into it. Another razor which I've used recently from a brand called Supply, American brand in Texas. Really nice stuff. So it's a single edge blade, but as opposed to, say, like a normal one where you can flip it round, it's got the razor on both sides. This one is one where you just use it, where the blade is just on one side, and that's really nice. Do you think Hamilton is over or underrated? Well, I mean, he's won 7 world titles, so I don't think he can be underrated, but I mean, he's just obviously incredible what he's done. I personally, I'm a massive fan of his driving and how he is. I personally don't like him in the slightest, though. I'm not a fan of him at all. Like, I just, I can't get on board with him in the slightest. Do you prefer shaves or haircuts? I would say I like a mixture of the both of them. I like doing haircuts because I'm talking to that person and you sort of like having that conversation. But then also when you are shaving someone, it's a nice bit of relaxation because I'm chilling out because I'm not talking. They're just chilling out because obviously they're just there and moving their head. So it's a nice blend of the two, is what I'd say. I wouldn't like to do just of either. So it's nice having the mixture of the both of them. What have we got? Read the Bible, man. I read the Bible when I was at school. Okay, what else have we got? Have you been to the CIS countries, Russia? No, I haven't been so lucky to go to any of them. Definitely on the agenda to go and see more, for sure. Some tips to start in a barbershop, please. Tips, what I would say is go and work at say if you're just starting out, go and work at the best local barbershop which you've got in your area, and try and just work for free. I mean, that's what I did. I did work experience. I did a course in London. I then whilst I was on that course, went to the best barbershop in London, or one of, and asked them if I could just have some work experience and just sweep the floors, fold the towels, and help out with them. And I think that was a great introduction to me. They saw me then working hard. They then put more effort into helping me, and obviously at the end of that course, they then gave me a job to keep training me up. So they put a lot of effort into trying to help me become a better barber, and they helped me out massively and helped me grow. I think there's a lot to be said by being around good people. So putting yourself in the position of the best barber in your area, wherever that might be. Do things like fold the towels the best, and like actually put effort into folding the towels, and not just, we're going to fold it and put it away. Fold the towels, make sure, sweep the floor so that there is no hairs on the floor, that it actually does look clean, and actually put some effort into doing all that sort of stuff. It goes a long way into sort of improving you and sort of having that mindset of being good. And I think it's just doing more than what's expected always stands you in good stead. So yeah, is what I would say massively. Can I shave my non-moustache area on my face during November if I'm growing a moustache for Movember? Can I shave my... Yeah, that's what I've done. So I'm growing my moustache for Movember. So I had a shave yesterday. So I shaved all of my face, but grew the rest of this. Yeah, so absolutely you can, and that's part of it. Because now, obviously, I wouldn't say this is really a moustache at the moment, but it is definitely looks more of a moustache than it did 2 days ago. So it's obviously the whole point of this is you're trying to raise awareness for Movember, and you're trying to have it more at the forefront. So it's definitely shave your face and let that moustache come out more for sure. I found your page and I've been watching all your videos. Nice, well thank you very much, I appreciate it. Is Pantene shampoo and conditioner good? No, not something I would recommend, to be honest. You'll see a lot of videos where someone's been using that, and then you'll get a barber or a hairdresser where they get the scissors and like run it over the hair, and you realise that there's then loads of build-up of like, I'm not sure really what I think it's like silicone or something like that. So it's not the best of ones to use, to be totally honest. Do you have a YouTube channel? Yes, I do indeed. So if you go onto my click on Elliot Forbes in here, there's the YouTube channels there. So anyone that is on here now, if you go onto the YouTube channel, so the whole reason why I'm doing this live stream and doing the shaves all day or every day this year, this month, is to raise money for this charity Movember. And they're all about trying to stop men dying too young. They're putting research into prostate cancer, testicular cancer, and into mental health and suicide prevention. All for guys, because it's a big issue which we're having at the moment. So YouTube channel though, if you go onto there, stream the videos. There's 5 videos on there at the moment, which I've done for the first 5 days. This one is going to go up on there tomorrow. Oh God, I keep getting messages all the time, and it keeps making me lose my stream of thoughts. What was I saying there? Yeah, so the ad revenue from these videos are then going to be getting donated to the charity Movember as well. So if you're not in a position to be able to donate to this charity, heading onto there, watching the videos and let the ads roll, that will also make a massive difference as well. So if you go onto the YouTube channel, which is linked in here, subscribe to the channel so you can follow along this journey for a video every day for all of November, and you can then see the progress of the moustache as well. Watch the videos, let the ads roll, and that's then going to make a difference for the charity as well. So that'll be massively appreciated. My cousin killed himself. Wish this was a thing sooner. Yeah, it's a real issue with a lot of guys, and something I'm compelled that I want to help out with. So it's Yeah, I'm so really sorry to hear that, my friend. It's all too common a problem. It's something I've been very lucky that no one very close to me has made that decision to do that. But no doubt, I'm sure unless things really drastically change, I'm sure that within the next sort of couple of years or 5 years or so, there'll be people or friends that I've known that will have made that decision. And it's, yeah, I want to do as much as I can to be able to stop that being a thing, for sure. Right, which shaver is the best, single blade or multiple blades? It's personal preference. I mean, and also, well, for my skin, it's sensitive, it's delicate. I have different growth patterns. If I use, say, a 5-blade razor going over my face, then my skin can't take it. There's too many blades. It's too much aggravation on it. It flares up underneath here. So for me, a 5-blade razor is no good. A single blade going over my face makes it way easier because it's then one blade, it's nice and sharp. I can then be more intricate and detailed with it because I can then work in the areas where I can go with the growth patterns of where everything's going, as opposed to just sort of taking it all off because I can't see where the 5 blades are. So for me, it is a single blade is way better. Kyle Kilgan, thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate it. What other questions have we got going on here? I do my hair without wax and I'm not a fan, so I use water. Is there something else what I can use? Yeah, I would say waxes tend to be quite heavy and quite greasy, and it's not really that nice to use. And especially if you don't like to use it, then I would say use something which is more matte based, so something like a matte paste. That will still fit, because if you're just using water, obviously it's going to dry and then you're going to feel as though there's not really anything in the hair, because there isn't anything in the hair. So I'd use something like a matte paste, something that doesn't really look like there is too much. Sorry, I keep getting phone calls on here and it's pissing me off now, so I am very sorry about that. And I think the guy is in the live stream, so this is annoying. If you can not phone, it'd be massively appreciated. What was I saying? Yeah, so a matte paste, so something like I've got, where you can still see that it gives like some volume, some texture, but doesn't really look like this crazy amounts of product in hair. If I was to use wax, then it would make my hair look really greasy and heavy, and it would then fall really flat. And I tell you what I find when I'm using wax, my forehead then gets super greasy and horrible as well. Not something I like at all. Why aren't you doing No Shave November? Well, I am doing Movember, and Movember is about growing the moustache. So you shave the rest of your face, and then you don't shave your moustache. So that's what I'm doing. What should I do if I have sensitive face? I can't use a razor. I would use something like get like a real short, like mini trimmers. So something like these mini trimmers. You can get these on like Amazon for like £20, just like mini trimmer type in. These are great. These go down to not quite as short as a shave, but they go down pretty tight. And if your face is really delicate, then yeah, you can just use them and it goes down nice and short. I want you to cut my hair so bad, but I live in Ireland. Well, you need to get a flight over. Flight over aren't too expensive. You can come over and make it as a weekend. I want you to cut my hair. Oh, I do that. Do you accept appointments from foreign travellers? Of course, absolutely. Yeah, I actually cut quite a few people who come over on holiday. Yeah, and come in and get their haircut. So yeah, that happens quite frequently. Right, we are back on there. Let's move that one a little bit more. Where are you located? Right now I'm in Soho in central London, so just off Carnaby Street is where I am, and in London. So I live in sort of like Walthamstow, which is northeast, and then I'm sort of down in Soho is where we are now. I'm nervous to use a straight razor, but I've heard they're better. You just got to try it. Yeah, I mean, it's different for sure. Like when you're using like a 5-blade razor, then it's a different one, because you don't really got to sort of get the place. You haven't really got to think about how you put it on. When you're using, say, a single-edged blade, you've got to try and get it at the right angle. So an easy way to do that. I'll get the razor. It can be a bit tricky to get the right angle, but an easy way of thinking of doing it is obviously if you place it like on there and then rock it down until you can feel the blade, and then once you can feel the blade, then you can then just start making the smooth strokes. Yeah, that makes a big difference. Yeah, so just placing it onto the skin and then rocking down, and then you can then make the smooth strokes, and you can feel that. So you're trying to keep that angle at sort of, I think it's about 45 degrees is what or 30 degrees is what they recommend, I think, blades normally. But yeah, rock it on, bang, down, then you can make the strokes. And you just get used to it after a time, it's easy. Do you have to cover your face with a warm towel, or if you wish? I mean, I would definitely recommend like shaving after a shower, or at least using some hot water, just so that it softens the hairs down, it sort of gets a bit more blood going through the face. So yeah, all that, the more prep that you do before shaving, the better the shave will be and the more enjoyable it'll be for sure. Because I bought one today, had to go with it, and a few nicks, nothing sore or anything though. Yeah, so you just got to be careful with it. You just got to be careful and just be, what you want to do is, or what you don't want to do is apply lots of pressure. The blade should be nice and sharp, so that is what should be doing actually the cutting. The weight of the handle and the razor is what should just make it cutting. You don't want to be sort of pressing in. If you're pressing in, you're going to get some aggravation. What have we got? Hi Dylan Bird for the boys. There we go. Hi, Dylan Bird. Do you have to cover it? What was it? We've read that one. Josh, appreciate it. Thank you very much. What else we got coming in? How many GCSEs do you have? I got 10 GCSEs. Did the 10 GCSEs. Yeah, did them all. I think I got, what did I got? I think I got 2 A's, I think 3 B's and 5 C's. Yeah, so my mum wasn't happy, to be honest. She was very mad at me, but it was... I don't think this guy's getting the hint. I think he wants to keep talking, but it's yeah, not going too well. Is it bad to use double-edged razor with acne? Yeah, I'd be careful with it. I shaved when I was sort of 16, 17, 18, and I had acne, and in hindsight, I really wish I hadn't shaved with it. It used to just flare up even more. So you'd sort of take the top of it off, and then it'd be red, it'd be angry. And in hindsight, I wish I just used something like this to trim it down. This is probably the equivalent of like 1 day's growth. So for me, I wish I'd used that, because the amount of for the extra closeness of using the razor, it wasn't worth the irritation that I got from it, without a doubt. Right. Why is unshaved considered unprofessional and lazy? The big thing, well, I guess it started back in the day where it was hard to shave yourself because it was expensive to keep the razors sharp. So anyone that was then out in the field or had a less job, they couldn't afford to get it sharpened up. So in which case they would shave less frequently, or they couldn't afford to go to the barber as frequently. So people that could afford to sharpen the razor and keep cleanly shaved, they were considered to be more professional, because it was actually kind of more expensive thing to do. So that's how it came about, that it was more professional, is in a sense. What else have we got? Algeria, hello. What is a good gateway drug to hair product? Oh, I thought we said gateway. Oh, was that right? Okay. Gateway drug to hair products for a beginner. As in something to help improve the growth, do you mean? So if that's something, if you're talking about, then there's different types of minoxidil or finasteride, but they're all like doctor prescribed. So if you go to I think there's loads of like the prescription services now. So there's like for Hims, there is Suns in the UK. There's quite a lot of them now. So if you go onto those places, I think they do like a doctor consultation with you, and then they can give you advice on what your hair needs, like the drugs that you need then to be able to improve your hair. So, and they'll be able to do like different percentages, whether it's like a 5% minoxidil or a 10% minoxidil. All of that will help, and they'll be able to give you that proper advice. I'm sorry, I was the one who's calling you, and I'm a fan of you on TikTok, impressed with your... Thank you, but don't call me while I'm doing the live stream, because that means I can't do the live stream, so stop calling me. Best thing to grow a beard. Let it grow, just let it grow. It's, yeah, it's... A lot of people want to do like drastic things, but really, I get once it grows, areas fill in, because say if you've got a patch here, and say if it's like not like crazy patchy, but like the top bit will grow over it, and it looks then fuller as it gets longer. Do you own a barbershop in the UK? No, I don't own a barbershop. I have sort of this space. So basically, I'm in Soho at the moment, and basically the brand Johnny's Chop Shop. They're a hair product brand. They basically pay me to sort of do a video for their social media channels a week. I get paid to sort of make sure I do my videos from this space, and then I basically run my hair business from here. So this is like my kind of barbershop, and I run my business from here. So kind of my own shop, but it's not my own shop like in terms of I own it, but then also they also don't own it because it's a lease. So it's not like anyone owns the shop. You lease the shop. Right, what have we got? Used to glasses. Thank you very much. Yeah, I quite like. What does everyone think of the glasses? They're a bit bold, aren't they? And they're a bit big and a bit sort of thick. But I mean, I quite like them. I actually really like the frame, and I think I'm going to get exactly the same pair of these, but in a couple of different colours because I actually really liking them. And yeah, I'm quite liking them. Right, okay, guys. I'm going to shoot off now because Kasia, my wife, is at home. She is. Well, we're about to have some food and I need to get home. It takes about half an hour from here. I'm going to get this edited and it's going to go up onto YouTube. Little last plea. Right, we're doing this all for the charity Movember. So Movember is all about stopping men from dying too young. If all of you that would say we're in here now, if you all donated 10p, all of that would make a massive difference. But I appreciate not a lot of you are in that position. So if you go onto YouTube, subscribe on there, watch. I think there's 5 videos which are part of the fundraiser at the moment. Go on them, stream those videos because then, and let the ads roll. The ads money from there is going to be getting donated to the charity as well. So if you're in that position to go onto YouTube, head onto there, subscribe, watch the videos, let them, and it will be, yeah, that will make a big difference for the charity. So thank you very much. I appreciate you watching and being here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And tune back in tomorrow about 4 o'clock because I'm going to be shaving someone in the chair here tomorrow and Monday. Then Tuesday night, I'm actually going to be getting shaved by an old boss of mine. So it's, yeah, so that's going to be a bit of an interesting one. So tune back in here for 4 o'clock tomorrow. And yeah, thanks for watching. I shall see you all soon. Have a nice evening, everyone. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching. Have a brilliant rest of your day. Much love, Elliot.